I know how hard getting your Etsy shop out into the world can be. You can do literally everything right, do all the market research, create amazing products, and still get stuck with no traffic to your shop. So if that's where you are today, I've got some good news for you because it is possible to get your Etsy shop discovered and break through the market saturation. I know because I've personally done it with 2 Etsy shops that I started from scratch. You've got to have some smart strategy though, which is exactly what we're talking about today. I'm giving you 5 profitable promotion techniques that you can use now to take your Etsy shop from hidden to seen. Now, if you feel like you could use a hand getting some sales and traction going in your Etsy shop, I have a whole 5-pillar system for growing a profitable Etsy shop that worked to bring my personal Etsy shop to multiple 6 figures and have worked for my students as well. So if you'd like to take a deep dive and learn that method, you can hop over after watching this video and watch my hour-long masterclass, the 5-pillar Etsy success formula. It's completely free to you and I have that linked in the description box below, so definitely check that out. I know it's going to be a huge help to you. Okay, let's talk about the first amazing way to promote your Etsy shop, and that is by using collaborations. This is one of my all-time favorite tactics to use, especially when you're first starting out to get your business out into the world and get it seen by new potential customers, because it's worked wonders for my business over the years. And it's an amazing way that you don't have to start from scratch and start from zero. So the idea behind doing collaborations with others is that you're able to tap into their audience that they've already worked to build, so that you already have a group of people that's hopefully similar to your ideal target audience that you can feel confident would be interested in what you have to offer. So when we're talking about collaborating with others, we're usually either thinking of collaborating with other Etsy sellers or other small business owners that are around the same size as you that probably sell something that is complementary to what you sell. So we're not talking about direct competition, but somebody that sells something that would be complementary to your product or service so that you can be sure that their audience is similar to your target audience. You could also collaborate with influencers. So this would mainly be on social media platforms like Instagram or YouTube. Wherever there are influencers, there is the potential to collaborate with them. And thirdly, you could even create your own brand ambassador program, so you're collaborating with some of your biggest fans who are serving as brand ambassadors to help you spread the word about your business. Now, all 3 of these are slightly different in the way that you would go about the partnership, but in general, there are 4 main types of partnerships we're thinking about here, and we want this to be a win-win situation for both parties, you and the person you're collaborating with. So here are the 4 main ways you can go about this. Number 1, you can offer the person you're collaborating with free product in exchange for a feature on their social media account or a feature to their email list. So this is considered a free product for a feature collaboration. You could also do a feature for feature collaboration, which is where if you already have a little bit of an audience built up on your end and they have a little bit of an audience on their end, you can agree to feature each other and send your audiences to the other one. We've also got payment for feature, which is basically a sponsored post or sponsored content that you're actually paying for the person you're collaborating with or influencer to actually feature you on their account. This works if you do have a little bit of a budget for marketing. Or also for influencers, you could do an audience incentive for a feature. So instead of giving them free product or service or paying them, you're offering an incentive for their audience. So you're maybe doing an exclusive discount code for something like 40 or 50% off just for their audience. So that way they know the win on their side is that they're able to serve their audience well by offering them this awesome discount, and it's a win for you because you're being featured on their account. And I'm going to throw in a 5th little bonus way, which is a really fun thing you can do even with other sellers. It doesn't have to be with influencers, but find another seller that you can team up with and do something fun like a giveaway where you're both contributing products or services to this giveaway. You're going to choose one winner out of both of your audiences, telling them specifically what they need to do to enter the giveaway, part of that being following the other person. So when you're considering this type of promotion technique, you'll need to do a little bit of research to identify who you might want to collaborate with, and then go ahead and reach out to them to share whatever your idea is, making sure that you're keeping that communication brief, professional, and clear about what you're thinking. The best way to reach out to people for these types of collaborations is either finding their account on social media and sending them a direct message there, or finding their email address and sending them an email. Now, going along with this is promotion technique number 2, which is using content marketing. Now, a lot of times people think of content marketing as social media marketing, which they do have a lot of areas that overlap, but it doesn't just have to be on a social media platform. It's really anywhere you're producing content. So this could be on a social media platform like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but it could also be on a search engine like YouTube or Pinterest. You could also be producing content on your own blog or podcast. So the options for this are really wide open. It's really anywhere that you're producing and putting out valuable content to serve those you think might be your target customers. Now, don't let the idea of producing content intimidate you, because there are so many different types of content. You could do video if you're interested in something something like YouTube or TikTok. But it doesn't have to be video content. It could be graphic only visual content where you're creating posts and carousels for Instagram. It could also be audio only content, which would be something like a podcast. So it's really up to you and what you feel comfortable with, where you think your ideal customer is hanging out online to determine what might be the best fit for you. But content is a great way not only to get the word out there about your shop, but also to give and serve and really build a community around your brand. So the key, in my opinion, when you're just getting started with content marketing to start growing your audience fast is to give first. So remember, we're not just selling in every post, although it is necessary as a business owner who's trying to make sales to put those types of posts out there from time to time, but you want to give value. You want to really think about how you can serve your ideal customer. What pain points and struggles do they have, and what could you provide in your content to help bring a solution to them? This can look like you showing up as an educator related to your niche. It could look like you showing up as an entertainer related to your niche, or even producing inspirational content that's related to your niche. You can really do any of those as long as you make sure that it makes sense with your brand and your niche and the product or service you're selling. A huge part of content marketing is working to build that know, like, and trust factor with the people who are just discovering you for the first time so that they'll eventually purchase from you. Okay, let's move on to promotion technique number 3, which is using smart SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and this is working for us because as Etsy sellers, we're shooting to be ranked high and discovered high on the search results pages, both for Etsy itself and in Google. So one huge way that we're going to do this is by using highly searched keyword phrases in both our shop itself and each individual listing to get the algorithms for Etsy and Google to identify our listings as relevant for the person who's shopping, who typed in a certain keyword phrase that they were searching for, and ranked high on those search results pages. If we don't have SEO in mind when we're crafting our listings and even our overall shop, it's going to be really easy to get buried really fast beneath all the competition. So we've got to really be smart with SEO and using highly searched keyword phrases in 5 key areas in our Etsy listings, those areas being our title, tags, description, category, and attribute sections. Those 5 sections are the ones that the algorithm scans to determine what our listing is all about and how it should rank it in the search results. So how do we find which phrases are being highly searched on the platform? Well, there are lots of great ways to do this, but one of my favorite is by using an Etsy-specific research tool like Sales Samurai. So here on Sales Samurai, I can type in whatever keyword phrase I'm thinking of. So for this example, I've typed in boho wall art, and it gives me all kinds of analytics and data on that specific keyword phrase, both for Etsy and Google. So I can see here the Etsy search volume, which is the estimated amount of times on Etsy that phrase is searched per month, the Etsy click-through rate, the Etsy competition number, but I can also see those numbers for Google as well. So the estimated amount of times that phrase is searched on Google each month, as well as the level of competition on Google. Now, if we scroll down, this is one of my favorite sections that I find the most helpful. We've got Etsy's most trending and Google's most trending. So this will give me a whole list of keyword phrases that are related to the one I originally typed in, but maybe slightly different that are trending both on Etsy and Google. And for each of those suggested keyword phrases, I can again see the search volume and competition numbers to be able to tell which ones are most highly searched. And I would ideally like to find one that's highly searched with lower competition. So I can look through these and see if any of these would fit what I'm thinking of offering. Along with boho wall art, we've got framed boho wall art, desert boho wall art, floral boho wall art. So not only is this list giving me ideas for different keyword phrases I can use for SEO, it's also giving me ideas for my actual products. Maybe I hadn't thought about offering desert wall art before, but that definitely fits in with the boho theme, and that's something that's highly searched, so I could think about offering that in my shop. And again, I can see that suggested list for phrases that are trending on Google as well. We've got boho wall art nursery, abstract boho wall art, so lots of different great ideas. I can see which ones are most highly searched. I can see the competition, and on Sales Samurai, I can even click to heart the ones that are my favorite and add them to a category to save for later. Sales Samurai also has an awesome Chrome extension that I can download by clicking up here where it says Chrome extension, and that will go ahead and download that so that I can see these numbers on Etsy itself as I'm searching on the actual Etsy website too. So if you're interested in taking your Etsy shop SEO to the next level, Sales Samurai is an amazing tool to do this. You can try it out for free with my free trial link in the description box below, and you can also input the code KATE20 when you sign up to get 20% off of your subscription if you decide to keep using it beyond that free 3-day trial. Big thank you to Sales Samurai for sponsoring this portion of of today's video. And going along with this, you want to make sure that your listings are actually featured on other quality external pages as well. That helps with ranking it higher in the search. One easy way to do this is to add your individual other listing URLs to your listing descriptions, saying something like, love this item but want this other thing that's similar. Of course, you would change that around depending on whatever it is specifically that you're selling, but then you would have a whole section of those other links to your other listings. Not only does this provide more options for the shopper in case they're looking for something slightly different and keep them browsing on your shop and through your listings for longer, but it helps with search ranking because the algorithm loves to see that other pages are linking into those other URLs. Another great place to try to have your listings featured and linked on external sites would be blogs. This is again going back to our idea of collaborating with others. You could definitely find some bloggers that have amazing blogs that would relate with your topic or niche and reach out to them to see if they'd be willing to feature you and link some of your listings on their blog in exchange for some type of incentive, whether it be you giving them free product or service, giving an exclusive discount code for their audience, or even sponsoring the content. All right, now moving on to our next promotion technique, which is again one of my absolute favorites that I've seen so much traction from, and this is using email marketing. Now stick with me here. I know you may either think that email marketing is super outdated and not exciting or fun, or maybe you think you already know everything about email marketing, but let me just speak on this for a minute because out of everything we do in our business, I can confidently say that the email marketing side of it is the side that absolutely drives the majority of sales by a long shot. Building an email list is really a non-negotiable for every single business owner, even from the very beginning. Even if you're just starting out, it's never too early to start building and growing your email list because it's going to become your greatest business asset. The reason why is because it's actually a direct line of communication with your potential customers. No other social media platform or blog or podcast or anything is able to give you this type of direct line of communication that's not dependent on an algorithm deciding who should see it and who shouldn't, or rented space on a platform that you don't own. With email marketing, you own your whole email list. Nobody can take those email addresses away from you, and you can contact your people at any time, which is amazing for things like promoting flash sales you might be running, discount codes, telling them about new products you've launched, and even just serving them in different ways to, again, deepen that relationship and continue to build that know, like, and trust factor. Now, unfortunately, these days, people are not wanting to just sign up for another newsletter, so you're going to have to offer them an incentive or a reward of some type for giving you their email address and signing up for your list. This freebie a lot of times is called a lead magnet or an opt-in, but it's basically just something free that you're offering in exchange for them signing up to your list. The easiest way to do this for physical product sellers is by offering a discount code that you set up to be delivered to them in an email that they could use on their next purchase, or something like a free shipping code. But you could also do something like a free digital product, which could be a PDF download, a checklist, a guide, a cheat sheet of some sort. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that it's relevant to your topic, to your niche, to the thing that you're selling, so that you're making sure that you're attracting the right type of people to your email list that are later going to be interested in what you have to offer. Now, if you're not sure what your lead magnet could be, I have a whole list of lead magnet ideas linked in the description box below if you want to grab that totally free guide for you to hopefully spark some inspiration and help you figure out what might be a great freebie that you could offer to start growing your email list. Now, all 4 of these promotion techniques that we've talked about so far have been free, organic ways to promote your Etsy shop, which is what I mostly love to do. I love leaning into the free stuff, right? But sometimes if we do have a little bit of a budget, it can help to try out paid ads as well. So that's our promotion technique number 5 is Etsy ads. Now, these ads are paid, but they're pretty flexible depending on your budget. You can set whatever daily rate you want to spend, the amount you want to spend per day on advertising your listings. And then you can also choose specific listings that you want to advertise on the platform and leave the ones you don't want to advertise off. Now, this is a really great way to experiment, but I would give you this little piece of advice, which I found over the years when using Etsy ads, is that you want to only promote listings that you feel like have already shown some signs of life, some signs of potential, maybe have already gotten a few sales, because the last thing we want to do is dump our whole budget into paying for ads that lead to listings that are either not fully optimized and are not going to convert into sales or not in demand. So make sure that you're only putting your ad money behind listings that you feel confident have some potential to take off. But when you do this and you're confident that those listings are fully optimized, you've done your research to know these products are in demand, and all I need is a little push to get them in front of the right people. Paying for Etsy ads is a great way to have those rank higher in the search and be shown on those first few pages of search results. So I hope these techniques were helpful. Remember, if you want that deep dive masterclass that teaches through my specific 5-pillar formula, then that's linked in the description box below. Definitely hop over and check that out. And also grab your free list of lead magnet ideas so you can start building your email list today. Happy selling, friends.